spotted bass, Kentucky bass, Alabama spotted bass they call them, Tennessee spotted bass, Oklahoma spotted bass. Most people simply call them Kentucky spotted bass. But what about in the wintertime? How deep do those things go? And should you fish for them deeper than you would normally ever fish for anything? Good morning, guys and girls. November 3, beautiful, cool morning out here this morning. November 3rd, we're looking at Job 8:21. Poor old Job, poor old Job. But like what we're going through now in the world with things really, really bad, and it looks like that we could even get into nuclear war and the world could be destroyed, we know who wins in the end. Jesus wins in the end. And we know the end of the story. If you follow Job all the way through, you find out what came out at the end. Pretty glorious. But Job 8:21 says, reading from a Catch a Better Life book, you can get this book from jimmyhouston.com, Amazon, all the Bass Pro Shop stores, Cabela's stores, Books A Million, Hobby Lobby. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, or you can just get them from us at jimmyhouston.com. If you're not subscribed to the Catch a Better Life channel, please hit that subscribe button right now. There's over 22,000 people on that channel now. And it's some of the best folks in the world, people you'd like and you want as your friends. Job 8:21 says, He will yet fill your mouth with laughing and your lips with rejoicing. And I'm telling you, Job was in horrible, horrible shape. And he said, He will yet fill your mouth with laughing and your lips with rejoicing. Job 8:28. Here's what I wrote about that. One of the really tough tournaments for Chris was the 1977 Bass and Gal Classic on Lake Ferguson, which is a navigable oxbow lake off of the Mississippi River. Chris was catching a few fish during the tournament and in practice, but certainly not enough to win, not anywhere close to enough to win. On the final day of the tournament competition, her dear friend and fellow competitor, Frida Adams, Frida's gone on to be with the Lord along with her husband, Roy, and we're anxious to see them again someday. Frida told her, Chris, I'm getting bites fishing between the parked barges, but I can't catch them. And I can't get my spinnerbait in between the barges very well at all. I'm having a hard time casting this. Sometimes there are little small areas of just a couple, 2 or 3 inches in between a barge, and you got to cast up in between that barge. And the further you throw up in between them, the more opportunity you got to catch a fish to come out from under that barge. It's real dark back under there. And I won a lot of tournament money fishing around barges. I almost won a Bass Classic myself, fishing under the barges in Louisville. In fact, I got beat by about a pound. George Cochran won that tournament, the lowest classic catch ever. And I lost a 4-pounder on the second or third day of the tournament. I'm not sure which. That 4-pounder would have won the Bassmaster Classic for me. It wasn't this same year, but it was fishing behind some barges actually then. Once Chris found that out, Frida gave her that information, Chris immediately switched to a lure that she could actually accurately cast far back between the barges. She switched to something she could make the long casts and very accurate casts. Little tiny casts was only 2 or 3 inches apart. Chris won the Bass and Gal Classic. She won the Classic because of the tip that her friend, Frida Adams, had told her. And Frida said, I can't catch them. I can get bites, but I can't catch them, and I can't throw back in there very well. Today's verse has Job's friend trying to reassure him. This is not Job saying that. This is one of Job's friends saying, He will yet fill your mouth with laughing. As bad as it is right now, God's going to fill your mouth with laughing, and He's going to fill your lips with rejoicing, praising God, rejoicing. No matter how bad things are, and life was horrific for Job at that time. He had lost his sons, his daughters. He had lost all his cattle, his sheep. He had lost all his wealth. He had his wife left, and she was nagging him. And he had lost his health even. He had just lost everything. But no matter how bad things are, God has better plans for us. God had a better plan for Job. He has rejoicing in our future. No matter how bad it may be today or tomorrow or next week or next year, He has rejoicing. So here's what we need to do. We need to keep praising God, because He will never let you, He will never leave you, He'll never let you down, and like Job, you might just receive double back at the end. Job even got twice as many children as he had. Yeah. And they were the most beautiful girls in the world. I remember that part really distinctly. So keep praising God. He'll not leave you. He'll not forsake you. And the Bible tells us He'll pay us back many times for our troubles. He'll pay us back double. Here's our tip for today. Don't be afraid to fish really, really deep for wintertime spotted bass, Kentucky bass, spotted bass. Even more than 40 feet deep. That's right. Don't be afraid to go down 50, 60, 70 feet deep. Some of these clear, deep water lakes that we have a lot of spotted bass on, we have them all over the South. Those fish go really, really deep during the wintertime. The great thing is they school up and we can find them with our fish locators. We can see them on LiveScope. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one today. And remember, I sure do love you.